Tissues. Tissue histology. 4 primary types: epithelial, connective, muscular, nervous. Epithelial tissue functions: covering or lining, protection, permeability, control, secretion, absorption, excretion. Sensory function is determined by cell type and number of cell layers. Structural characteristics of epithelia: apical, cellularity, polarity, avascular, innervated, regeneration, basal, basement membrane. Polarity of epithelial cells. Classification of epithelia. The function of the epithelium determines which type. Classified according to 1. Number of cell layers: simple versus stratified. 2. Shape of apical cell: squamous, cuboidal, columnar. 3. Special features: cilia, villi. End with epithelium to complete the naming. Arrangements: simple, stratified, pseudostratified. Transitional shapes: squamous, cuboidal, columnar. Special features: cilia, goblet cells, villi, microvilli. Simple squamous epithelium. Diffusion, filtration, secretion, absorption. Location: lining of blood vessels, endothelium, peritoneum, alveoli, lung. Simple cuboidal epithelium. Functions: secretion, absorption. Locations: lining of ducts, glands, salivary, pancreas, thyroid, kidney tubules, thyroid follicle. Simple columnar epithelium. Functions: secretion, absorption. Locations: GI tract, excretory ducts, reproductive tract. Special features: pseudostratified ciliated columnar epithelium. Mixture of cell heights: nuclei, located at various distances from surface. All cells touch basement membrane. Functions: excretion, movement. Locations: respiratory tract, except for lungs. Male reproductive ducts. Stratified squamous epithelium. Function: protection, multiple layers equals better protection. Keratinized versus non-keratinized. Location: where we need protection. Skin surface. Entrances/exits of body, for example mouth, vagina. Stratified cuboidal and columnar. Quite rare, found in glands and ducts. Transitional epithelium. Layered appearance due to overcrowding. Function: extreme expansion, recoil. Location: bladder, ureters. Stretched. Locations in the body. And this tissue type. Connective tissue, supports, protects, binds tissues. Structural characteristics. Specialized cells. Extracellular matrix. Protein fibers. Ground substance, fluid-like. Mostly highly vascular. Extracellular matrix, all non-living components. Functions: structural framework, transport, support and protection. Energy storage, classification of CT. CT proper, viscous matrix with fibrous, insoluble proteins. Areolar, loose, reticular, dense, adipose. Supporting CT, gelatinous or solid matrix. Cartilage, bone. Fluid CT, watery matrix with dissolved proteins. Blood, lymph. Classification of connective tissues. Connective tissue proper. Types: areolar, dense, regular, reticular. Adipose, dense, irregular. Types of fibers: collagen, elastic, reticular. Defense: macrophages, plasma cells, mast cells, other WBC. Stop. Fluid CT. Blood. Lymph. Supporting CT, cartilages, bone, hyaline, elastic, fibrocartilage. Mineral matrix. Study individual types of CT in lab. Membranes equals combination of epithelia and CT. Mucous membranes. Lining of cavities that communicate with exterior. Serous membranes. Lining of sealed, internal cavities. Cutaneous membranes. Skin. Need to know membranes. Parietal versus visceral. Cutaneous and synovial membranes. CT framework of body. Also, hypodermis. Or subcutaneous layer. Muscle tissue. Skeletal. Cardiac. Smooth, not striated. Skeletal muscle. Voluntary. Heavily striated. Multinucleated. Cardiac muscle, heart, only, intercalated discs, heavily branched. Involuntary. Striated. Intercalated discs. Heavily branched. Single central nucleus. Smooth muscle. Involuntary. No striations. Single central nucleus. Nervous tissue, neurons, neuroglia transmit electrical impulses. Supportive cells of the nervous system.